Hey Parkway, welcome back to another month's edition of the Parkway Pulse, where each month we take time to look back and to celebrate all that God has done in the previous month, but then also look forward at what we're hoping and praying for in the upcoming month. And as we look back on the month of February, there's three things that I'm really excited about how God moved in a powerful way. The first one comes through our Global Emphasis Week, where we had some Go Beyond gatherings, and 68 of you responded with taking next steps into global ministry, but specifically seeing God's heart formed in you for the nations, for the world. And I can't wait to see how God continues to work in the midst of that. Now, we also had an incredible time being able to commission one of our new global partners, Paige Cates, who's going to be traveling to Bulgaria to be able to take the gospel. And we're so excited for Paige, and we as a church want to continue to pray for her. And last but not least, at the end of February, we had our annual men's retreat where we had over 100 men gathered to be able to worship Jesus, go deep in his word, go deep with one another, and continue to grow in the relationship with Jesus. And it was an awesome, awesome weekend. And I can't wait to see how God continues to work through the seeds that were planted at the men's retreat. Now, as we look forward to the month of March, there's three things I want to tell you about. First, on March 15th, we're kicking off 21 days of prayer and fasting where we're joining together with other churches in Pflugerville to be able to pray specifically each day throughout the week and fast on the Mondays of the 3 weeks leading up to Easter. And we're gathering together as the Big C Church in Pflugerville to be praying for us as the church to share the gospel, to invite people to come and worship Jesus at our Easter services, and praying that God will rescue people on Easter Sunday, that as those seeds are planted, God will produce fruit from them. And it's not about just us here at Parkway, but it's about his church here in Pflugerville and Greater Austin. And so I want to invite you to join us for this. You can find out more information on the website. We've got packets available on Sundays in the lobby, but let's all participate in praying and fasting, asking God to do what only he can do as we prepare our hearts and minds for Easter. Now, this next one is parents, this is for you. We've got a child dedication coming up on Sunday, March 29th, which means there's a class on March 22nd for all of you interested in having your child dedicated. And you may think, well, what does that mean? Child dedication is really just a way for you as the parents or parent to be able to come before the church and say, hey, we're dedicating our lives to discipling our children up in the Lord. And we realize that we don't do that alone. We do that together with the church. And you're committing to that, and we're committing to you to encourage you, to pray for you, to be there with you. And so if you've never dedicated your child before, we'd encourage you to participate in this. Again, this is going to be on Sunday, March 29th. The class happens the week before on March 22nd. Now, last but not least, on March 29th, I know there are so many of you who continue to generously and sacrificially give here at Parkway so that we can continue to be a generous church and spread the gospel, make disciples, and plant churches. And we want to continue to be wise in how we maximize our resources. That's why on Sunday, March 29th, we're going to be offering our Smart Ways to Give class that's going to help us as a church continue to be equipped to maximize our generosity for the sake of the kingdom. And so I hope that you can attend that. There's more information online to sign up and register, but it will be a really helpful time for us as a church to maximize that giving for kingdom impact. And as always, Parkway, just thank you for being a church that cares about the gospel, that cares about the Great Commission, and you take it seriously. And so as we move into the month of March, let's continue to be a church that multiplies the mission for the sake of reaching every man, woman, and child here in Greater Austin and beyond. I love you, Parkway, and we'll see you next time.